been a long time since I played a game like Obduction. The developers of the Myst series, Cyan, had been lurking in the shadows for years now. However, after raising $1.5 million on Kickstarter, they've developed a beautiful game with support for PC, Mac, and Oculus Rift. Obduction belongs to a special class of games, where you solve puzzles in order to progress yourself through the storyline. Puzzle games are nothing new, but Cyan was always the pioneer. Myst was the best-selling game of all time on CD for nearly 10 years, and the first game ever released on CD. After the sequel to Myst, Riven, Ubisoft swept in and then bought the rights to make Myst games until the franchise eventually died, mainly due to a lack of quality production. Obduction is the spiritual successor to the Cyan Myst franchise, and it revolves around you, the player, being the victim of a supposed alien abduction. Without giving much away, the player is basically trying to find their way home. But in a world so alien or broken down or convoluted, your task becomes more difficult. Just like their previous games, you will be forced to solve mysteries of various worlds you encounter to move forward, whether it be the basic puzzle, giant obstacle, or a really complex puzzle that makes you feel stupid. The user interface is pretty straightforward, giving you the option of controlling the game with a classic point-and-click Myst-type movement style, an Xbox controller, or a WSAND control scheme, like most first-person shooters, with the exception of not being able to jump in-game at all. However, that's somewhat to be expected from a Cyan game. What is frustrating, though, is that the key that you take pictures with for your camera is bound to spacebar. With no way to rebind keys, a person who plays other games found themselves accidentally taking pictures while trying to jump. This is especially frustrating because I have experienced some bugs with the photo album page not properly deleting or displaying photos. The game runs on the Unreal 4 engine and is relatively smooth on ultra settings for a new rig. The game is filled with these multiple worlds that are seemingly realistic, but at the same time very surreal and alien, which, from the way that they're designed, are not only stunning, but completely immersive, regardless of their outlandishness. You'll find yourself in awe looking at all the different landscape features and the creativity of the worlds that they've made, almost to the point of distraction. Visuals were always a key piece for most of the Myst games in the Cyan franchise, but now that they've been able to replicate all of their stunning visuals in a non-static environment, being able to move around as much as you want in any direction, they've been able to harness their immersive abilities even farther than they already could. The differentiation between all the different worlds, whether it be a Western type world or a jungle planet, makes for a very stimulating experience in that you're never going to get too bored with the zone that you're in, because you're always expecting something new and creative beyond the horizon. But the lack of proper optimization can cause it to be a little bit sticky sometimes. No doubt that will improve over time with various patches. The Mac and Oculus Rift releases are currently delayed with a to-be-announced status, but the PC version is available on Steam with a $30 price point, which, if you like puzzle games, exploring various worlds, and a genuine mindfuck now and then, is a steal. Any negatives that this game has is easily dismissed by the cost and knowing that it is virtually an indie game. Cyan cared a lot about this game, and the players, and it shows. With a wonderful soundtrack by Robin Miller and a beautiful game design, Cyan has stormed back onto the scene in a niche genre for the players who have been wanting a game like this for a long time.